Do 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 do. Sing the theme tune. It's ended and fade it out. That was smooth, or it will be in the edit. Speaking of editing, welcome back, one and all, to 34. I want to say.
Is it 34?
Yeah, you're in 32.
Huh?
Huh? Said 34 of No Bible Podcast. What does that work out to in months, Rube?
What do you do? You do what, like one a week?
Yeah, so weeks, so 4 weeks.
34.
Well, do that for me now and do it into the mic and give us some answers. For those wondering, Ruby's now googling
Stop!
how many months does 34 weeks make? 34 inches to centimetres, 34 weeks pregnant.
34.
And that also reminds me of an announcement to make. I am 34 weeks pregnant with Matt's child. I'm joking. Matt hasn't been here in 34 weeks. It can't be his.
8.5.
8.5 months. Wow. That's like well long time. So much has happened since I last saw you. We know each other. He's a friend from work. But my friends from work are not here. So it's the dream team. Yeah. But the good thing is every episode that you sound so annoyed. Every episode you step in for, your share just goes up because then I just take it out the others.
Mm-hmm.
So cut to like 2 years' time when Ruby's running this thing. Because she has all the investments. She's now drinking a drink like she's really pissed off.
I'm thirsty.
And splashed it in her own eye. Karma from the cup. This week
It's a water bottle. What a cup is it?
Karma from the water bottle doesn't really alliterate as well, does it?
Karma from the cup. Karma from the cup. It's like alliteration, but it's not. What's that one where it's the same sound? Oh, I don't know. I take English and
phonetic.
Finesse.
Fun. Phonetic-y. Just got 8 messages.
When two
become one.
sound
You
the
spelled
same.
words wrong. Spelled it worst. While Ruby's googling.
What's that name?
Harmonium.
Harmonium.
Hermione?
Harmonium.
Harmonium.
No, harmonium. Right?
Harmoniums.
I think so. That's all right. Because that alliteration sibilance and that.
Ah, okay. Now that you've joined us for this English language, or is that literature? Language.
Literature is like
books and
Christmas
shit.
Carol, spectacles,
So books and shit.
religion.
Okay. This week we are talking about the Oscars because they're wildly popular. You know, the Brits that we didn't really care about, the BAFTAs that we also talked about last week.
Those the BAFTAs. When were they on?
They were on like 2 and a bit weeks ago. The film ones. We talked about. You can catch up now if you click on. All right. No Bible Podcast episode 33. But in here in episode 34, the Oscars happened how long ago? Like a couple of days.
No, that was the Brits last one.
A couple of days ago then. Thursday or something.
No, it wasn't the day after the Brits.
And Googling again. There's also the start of the Game of Thrones countdown. 7 seasons in 7 weeks. Because when you're listening to this, dearest people...
25th of February. What's the date? So
28th.
3 days ago.
3 days ago. Okay.
Yeah, totally last Thursday.
I don't know why I said Thursday. Anyway... what was I saying? So yeah, 7... When you listen to this, it is 7 weeks.
We need a case
until, I know, but it disintegrated, so I threw it away. I do need a new one, but also need a new iPad because it keeps I keep dropping it. Yes.
Why does it look green though? Because it's supposed to be black, but it looks green. Look.
I don't know.
Oh my god, you scratched like some.
There are a lot of characters that keep dropping
how old is it?
4 to be used?
No. No.
5.
It's long.
I got that on my 17th birthday. Excuse me.
6.
Oh god. Oh, that really hurt.
Because I got mine on my 13th, it's 3 years ago.
Look at you. Anyway, so season 1 of Game of Thrones, various news, Oscars, crap, things, nonsense.
I got my GCSE exam time.
Oh, quick, Rube, that's it. Fill the time slot with stuff.
I don't know.
Go on
I
your
didn't bring
timetable.
my phone in. I don't know.
When do your exams begin?
Well, technically my first one's the 12th of March, but that's only food.
Is that, makey cakey? Or
No, we have 3-hour exam, and I'm doing vegan, so I have to make vegan food.
why did you choose vegans?
Because
Not that
it's
there's anything
interesting.
wrong with you vegans out there.
I just want to try it. It seemed cool. Very challenging. Today I made meringues, well, not really, more like prawn crackers. They're so bad.
What were the meringues made out of?
You know, like when you get a can of chickpeas and they're in water, that water,
Mm-hmm.
and then you like whip it like
Now watch
egg
me whip.
whites, and then you add golden
Now watch me no.
golden custard.
Ruby's now laughing at a video on Facebook because it's our friend's birthday today, isn't it?
I haven't even wished him happy birthday.
I haven't either, so I'm going to do that
Can
now.
you say it's from me as well, please? Because I don't have him on anything.
Okay,
'Cause
Messenger is
I
probably
don't
on,
even know
right?
what his Instagram is. I'm so nice.
Oh, he's had like 3 Instagrams.
Where is he?
But he's not on.
Type his
Should
name in.
I say to the wrong one?
No.
No, okay.
Do they even spell their name the same way?
No. Ruby, carry on.
Carry on, carry on. And then I have speaking Italian higher on
Higher and higher.
24th of April, and then I have art on the 3rd. I have art on the 3rd of April, which I should.
Why didn't I
before
just
the
do it
other
on Facebook?
And then they actually start on the 14th of May,
Mm-hmm.
and they finish. They all finish on the 17th of June, but I finish on the 14th of June.
Why do you finish on the 14th?
Because 17th is German.
Oh, and you don't do in a German.
And we
In a
got
German
you know
whip
when
in
you
a
get
foreign.
that sheet that says like what you're doing and what exam board, and then like how much it costs to resit it. We got that sheet as well. If I want to retake all my exams, it will cost me £419.
Wow, so you better make sure you turn up.
The most expensive is Italian.
Why is Italian the most expensive?
Don't know. It's the most Italian.
It's the most Italian one. That's
It's the
pretty
most
good, isn't it?
expensive out of all the languages.
Really?
Mhm.
Why?
I don't know.
Is it because of Brexit?
I don't know.
After Brexit, resitting all your GCSE language exams will be more expensive.
But German and French aren't as expensive as Italian. And Italian are higher. Because Italian foundation, people take foundation. Literally, like, oh my gosh. Let's just not fail and let's not retake them. Thank you. Cool. And if you don't turn up, you have to pay for that as well.
Jesus Christ on a bike.
Can't
Any exams you're planning on not turning up on?
No.
You probably shouldn't admit that on here because they could use that against you.
No.
No? Good.
I'm not going to pay money just so because I missed an exam. It's just so pointless. Someone said that they were going to miss all their exams, though, which is quite funny.
Was it one of your mates?
Nope.
Oh.
Why would any of my mates not turn up for their exam?
I don't know. Banter. Innit? Anyway, banter. Shall we get on with the show? We wasted 10 minutes. Do you want to... Huh? What are you doing?
Huh?
Was that a yawn or a burp?
Anyone?
Ah, okay. So,
Can you
yeah. I'll say that this is from you. Hope you... try not to Facebook.
love
Hope you heard...
Louis and George. I don't really know what you're wearing. Never mind.
After his party.
What am I wearing?
Well, I couldn't be asked to go out and buy shoes today. So, I'll just wear different coloured jeans. With Desert Boost.
Boost.
I'll wear a Cadbury Boost Duo bar on my foot.
That doesn't sound good.
No.
I wear a black one.
What did you say my jumper was? Was it Titus?
Yeah.
Titus and Dramadown. Basically, you're saying my jumper makes me look homosexual. Is that what you're saying?
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to post an image of that here. And you can tell me...
We can't tell you, but wait, a picture of you and Titus together.
Yeah, alright, I'll do that. Because then when it uploads on Sunday, all I've got to do is like put that in, just a flash of like me, and yeah. So now, and if you think I look like Titus, we can't be friends anymore.
But we're still friends.
There is a major difference in being that he's
Yeah,
a lot
I
older
know.
than me.
I know.
He's an older, bald, black gay man.
But you just gave off his aroma.
His aroma, his aura.
His aura, not
His
aroma.
I smelt like him.
You know what
Jesus.
I meant.
But you walked on and went, you smell like Titus.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
I've had so boring. All you gave me having a slivery eye.
Because the iPad is so broken that it's the only game I can really sort of
Yeah, I'm on Prime. I mean Prime Video.
Amazon Prime Video, Netflix, Twitch, all the necessary things you need.
Have a search tour of my iPad podcast.
Welcome to my iPad. Did
Let's
you have
see
any
where
more?
it's from.
Did you, we just go? Oh, I remember Blue's Clues.
Yeah.
That was, I thought there was going to be a bit more conversation in that.
Yes, I did. Wait, what were you going to say? Did you have any? Do you remember Blue's Clues?
Did you? This is a good song. Did you have any more conspiracy nonsense from your YouTube surfing abilities?
Since the last time, I don't know if we talked about it last time, but part 2 came out of the conspiracy thing. I actually haven't watched it all the way through because I've been so busy with my life. You said the thing about the Chuck E. Cheese pizza where they reuse slices, and then they have there's so many.
So many. There's so many to choose from. Yeah, is that it? Is that it, Ruth?
I don't remember any of them. I don't remember.
I don't know. Oh. What is life? Come on!
Oh, let's Google.
No, there's not Google stuff. Ruby's now Googling stuff. What are you Googling? Conspiracy theory. You're doing your research now.
Yeah. I wasn't really prepared for this. I was doing English language, but
Then I stole you.
For anyone wondering.
Oh, I'm the type of girl that likes to roam around. Oh
my god, have you seen that thing lately on YouTube? They've disabled all of the comments. They did that a couple of days ago.
Why?
I have no idea. Not gonna lie.
Cool.
But it was a bit weird because everyone was like, "Oh my god, you can't comment on my videos, so don't do that." I was like, "I'll comment anyway."
I don't really care anyway, bro.
Actually, I did comment one time. I've commented twice. I actually got replies, so heart.
Commented on what?
A YouTube video.
Okay.
What are you doing?
I don't know. I'm just seeing if there's anything.
He's being bored.
Yeah. Anyway, Oscars. They were a thing. They happened, and you are going to read out
I
the
think all
things,
of them.
and then we're going to talk about them.
There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, funny, but 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 24. Seriously?
24 awards. So, without further ado,
First one.
Let's get going.
For Best Film Editing.
Okay.
And the nominees are Vice.
Do you know what that is?
Hank Corwin.
Oh. Vice is a film where Christian Bale plays Dick Cheney, George Bush's vice president.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Okay, keep going.
Sorry, Karen.
Green Book.
That's a great movie. Sorry, or shall I talk when you've finished?
Yes.
All right.
The Favourite. Don't want to say your name.
Oh, Yorgos.
Yorgos. Yeah, we'll just say
Mother of Sardis.
Mother of Sardis. Now you can speak if you want to.
Well, you've got another nomination.
Oh. Black Iansman.
Black Klansman. Black Iansman. It's about loads of Ians.
Black Klansman. Barry Alexander Brown. And do I say the top one? He technically was a nominee, but he'll be the winner as well.
Okay. Well, will you decide whether you're just going to name the winner or you're going to name
the winner was Bohemian Rhapsody.
Hmm.
John Ottman
Now,
for best film.
okay, you have seen Bohemian Rhapsody,
It was good.
as have I, and we disagree on many things in this film. Tell me about your experience of Bo Rap.
It was good. I thought it was cool.
It's good.
It's good.
Okay, bye.
Oh, you can tell me that. I've never really been interested. Well, I like Queen songs, obviously.
Yeah.
They're like pretty good.
They're bangers, aren't they?
But I've never really like been interested in them or been like, oh, I'm gonna like go look them up and see what they've done before and all that stuff. So it was. I was going in there blind, basically, not literally.
Not Stevie Wonder blind.
No.
Oh, you could actually see.
Yeah, but you know what I mean.
You didn't-
And I thought it was quite cool.
Mhm.
And like just the atmosphere of it, not the aroma, and the atmosphere and just how cool. It just looked cool
Mhm.
of how they done everything.
What was it the songs for you that got you sort of like, yeah, man?
Yeah.
That got you into it? Was the story interesting for you?
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, you're trying to remember what happened.
No, I'm not. I know what happened.
Go on then.
I'm not explaining a whole movie, am I?
No, because we don't have that much time to fill. I think the performances are good. I just don't like the story and the behind-the-scenes shenanigans, as I have made clear. Director Bryan Singer, at least he didn't get up for Best Director because he didn't bloody show up, and he's a ruddy sex pest. I think it was a bit overhyped, especially with stuff like the sound mixing, like was basically just putting the songs in the movie. Whereas like with something like Rocket Man's coming out, Taron Egerton is actually singing the Elton John songs, so as much as it's hard to replicate Freddie's voice, bit of singing in there, Rami. You know what I mean? Also, the editing, I don't get how they won that because it's literally like having a seizure. Like there's a scene that like someone put on Twitter is like, surely this scene clinched it, where it literally like every couple of seconds is just flicking between faces, and you're like, where am I looking? My eyes, ow. But yeah, well done, Bohemian Rhapsody.
I'm ready for that song.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Best visual effects.
Okay, so this is like
Nominees
CGI.
are Solo: A Star Wars Story. Do I have to say the people or not? Is it
No,
not people?
no, because we haven't got. Unless you want to. Unless it's an easy name.
Ready Player One.
Yes.
Christopher
Roger.
Robin.
Did you see Christopher Robin?
Nope.
Oh, God, made me cry.
Avengers: Infinity War.
You saw that?
Yeah.
That really annoys you.
And the winner was First Man.
How did that beat Avengers?
I don't know. I've never seen First Man. Do I?
First Man is
Oh.
the one I saw with Grandad, where he it's about Neil Armstrong and the Apollo mission landing on the moon. Not as much CGI as fighting Thanos in space with planets and stuff.
Someone in chemistry calls it
No, because of your purple pen.
Thanos. Yeah. Thanos.
Remember when you watched Infinity War and it ended and you were like, don't tell me that's it.
Yeah. I got annoyed at that. And I got annoyed. I don't get really annoyed. I just don't like stuff. Like that person from Unbreakable. Oh my god. That plastic surgeon.
Oh, Dr. Franf.
Yeah, he's
Here in Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, he's a plastic surgeon. He's done so much plastic surgery, he can't even speak. It's like, yes, then it's when you do the facial hair, it's
disgusting.
yeah, it made you feel physically sick, didn't it?
Yes. I don't know why you should have that, but you know.
Well, we're making conversation, Ruth. Go on. What's First Man. Not as much CGI. I mean, space, yeah. I guess. Next one.
Mean, they're probably used to accept the first time.
Do you think the moon landing's not real?
Yeah.
What, you think it is real or you think it isn't
I
real?
think it isn't real.
Oh, why?
I just think they faked it and then like staged it.
It's one small step for man.
Because wasn't it a race? Like another country wanted to get it first. Was that Russia or somewhere? Or
Yeah,
China?
the Great Space Race.
So yeah, so I think they faked it so it looked like they did it first, but
But they hadn't done it first. Like, it away.
because you know their flag down, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like a normal flag. But there's like not the same amount of oxygen on the moon, is there?
No,
So
it's
why would
different.
there
It's a weaker atmosphere.
exactly. Why would it win? Just saying.
But it's a weighted flag, isn't it? Like it's weighted, like it's got another rod in the flag, so it looks up. Otherwise, it would just.
Probably not.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm not an astronaut.
Let's see pictures from the space landing, see if they look green.
Okay, Ruby is interrupting this broadcast of the Oscars to bring you why the moon landing is fake. And she's humming a song about death. I don't know.
Excuse you?
Yeah, look, there's a rod at the top.
But still.
It does look like it's a bit breezy, yes. I will
Exactly.
give you that.
Exactly.
Exactly, man. You know what, Maddie? I did not hit her. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark. Bless you. Bless you.
Thank
Are you done? Are you done? Looking at pictures of the moon landing. You don't? That's the Chinese flag. That's not real.
Definitely not
Is that
right.
wrong?
Yeah,
That's badly
isn't it?
photoshopped.
But look at the surface,
Uh-huh.
and then look at like here.
It's just all sandy.
It just doesn't look wrong. It looks
But
like
why would you spend all that money on the spaceship and then not go to the moon? But also, I've seen the argument of we could go to the moon in the 60s, but we can't go to it now. How does that work? How, as technology's advanced, how have we not gone back?
that doesn't look real. That's probably not real. Surely, but okay. Surely, if like when you take a picture of the moon, surely you can see stars in the background, right? Why is it just black? Like, hello?
I don't know. I didn't know whether you'd finished.
I don't know. Anyway, we'll move on.
2.
Oh god, why you all work here? Scroll down.
You don't remember what
Ah.
board you were on.
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Where is it?
Go down. So then just do,
What?
Yeah.
Oh,
your tab had closed and you didn't know. What one were we on?
we are on hair
Hair
and
and
makeup.
makeup.
Why does it keep doing that?
Oh, it does that. It's broken.
Ah!
The best thing is to just turn it off and then it will just die. Rube, next
Best hair and makeup. Best makeup and hairstyling, actually, it's what it's called.
more towards the microphone, please, my dear.
Mary, Queen of Scots.
Did you ever see that?
No.
Connor did.
Lovely.
Cool. I was just trying to say something.
Border.
What the fuck is that? Oops, sorry, swear jar.
And what one was Vice?
There's one by Vice.
Yeah.
Uh-huh, okay.
No, I don't want to.
Itch your nose with your fingers.
Do you have a comment on that or
On
no,
Vice.
on?
No, because I meant to see it and then missed it because I was in traffic.
Okay, anyway. Best costume design.
Ooh.
The nominees were Mary, Queen of Scots, Alexandra.
And the nominees were.
Blunt,
Oh, yeah.
Mary Poppins Returns, Sandy Powell.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, you get that. Cause,
The favourite, Sandy Powell.
why is she nominated for... That's not fair.
the
Well, she did favourite and Mary Poppins Returns.
yeah.
Wow.
The
ballad?
The ballad. I thought Bullard. I don't know.
The Bollard of Busker Scruggs.
The ballad of Bust the Scruggs.
Scruggs.
Slugs.
No, I don't want no scrubs. Okay.
Mary Zopra.
Bless you. Who was the winner?
Black Panther Ruth E. Carter.
You are in Wakanda now.
I think that was third, you know?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Your costumes are pretty slick, you know?
Yeah, it built a whole world, that we hadn't seen.
It built on...
You are an MCU fan, aren't you?
It built on, like, emotions and, like, comings of...
Comings and goings,
comings
coming of
and
age.
going people. And, like, origination. What?
Originality.
Yeah, that one.
You are an MCU fan. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You saw Black Panther with... you saw
Javine.
Javine.
Javine!
It was Javine.
Last
I was just going to say your
February.
friend. I wasn't going to name her. Okay, but there you go.
Last February.
Hey Javine, you listening?
Hi.
Subscribe. Yeah, you saw it. What
Yep.
did you think of it compared to the others? Because people have said it's overrated. People have said it's the best thing ever.
It's not the best thing ever, but it's also not overrated. I think it was just quite a nice, chill movie. It's not like Avengers where you're on like your edge, on the edge of your seat. Or what's my least favourite film?
Well, not anything with Thor in it.
Probably Iron Man 2.
Well, I'd agree with you. Iron Man 2 is probably the thinnest chapter in that story.
Thank you.
Because they're like, let's just do the first one again, but have less Iron Man in it.
Yeah, I think Iron Man 2 is where I need to. So it's not like it's like in the middle. Like
oh yeah, it's a good mid-tier one.
Like I like
probably mid to high.
Yeah, it's like say it's like what would I put at the top? So like say like 4 at the top.
What you thought? All of them at once.
I like Ragnarok.
I love Ragnarok. Ragnarok's my favourite one.
I like Ragnarok, and then
Piss off, Ghost.
And then maybe
scene.
Avengers. I just don't like the ending, but you know. And then
Infinity War or all of them? Or...
Infinity
War.
First one is. I used to like it, but then when I rewatch it, it's like, do I actually like you though?
It's like great, but you're like now it's like oh great, but I've seen better.
Exactly. We've gone past those days.
Yeah, I mean we got Doctor Strange and Spider-Man in film together. Like that's like oh my god.
But I do like Captain America. What is it?
Winter Soldier.
What's the one where they battle each other?
Civil War.
That one.
Avengers 2.5.
Because they have Ant-Man.
Ant-Man's looking at it. Has anybody got any orange slices? Did you see Ant-Man and the Wasp?
Nope.
No, you're going to have to watch that. Are you coming to Captain Marvel next week? Because it comes out next Friday.
I don't know, I still haven't seen Wreck-It Ralph, movie.
Oh. You still have apparently not had your man voice yet.
My man voice? Why am I getting a man voice?
Should we go see Lego Movie after this?
Nope.
Why? YOLO!
No, that's not how I'm getting.
That's not how it works, no.
No.
Sunday?
GCSEs.
Sunday?
Maybe.
Okay, cool.
Not Saturday.
Lego Movie 2 is great.
Do Saturday.
You're going to love it, but the thing is by.
Is it before the party?
What till 5?
Oh, sorry. Anyway,
back to what were we on?
Best production design.
Ooh, so this is about how it all looks and seeing the sets and all that.
Someone needs one. Roma.
Excuse me.
You done? Roma.
Yeah, you done.
Mary Poppins Returns.
Yay! All
First
that movie.
Man.
Yep, I get that.
The Favourite.
Period piece, yes.
And The Winter Wars. Black Panther.
Yay! The first MCU movie to win an Oscar. Well, that wasn't the first one it won because it won Best Costume Design. But there you go. Yeah, I get it. Building the world of the African fictional place of Wakanda. I almost forgot what word I was going to say. Yeah, I get it. It's deserving. It's done a lot to sort of level the playing field, knock down the walls and say, doesn't matter who you are, what you do, or what you look like, you should all be paid the same and be in the same level of films in this industry. If you could stop fiddling with the broken pen, Rube.
Is it broken?
Yeah, that bit falls off. Because it snaps up here.
Oh, but it's
Maybe because I dropped it on the floor.
It's a cool pen though, bro.
It's cool. I like those ones because there's more pens than one. So
yeah, I have the mini ones of them. Not that brand, but you know what brand I mean. Like the bit quanta.
Yeah. Like a Bic Mitchum. Go on.
Best cinematographer.
That's how the film looks.
Hold on.
No.
I'm not saying that. Let's just say titles.
Which one? Oh, Lucas Sal.
Anyway.
Go on.
The
What we got?
nominees were A Star Is Born, Never Look Away,
Yeah.
The Favourite, Cold War,
Oh, by Lucas Zal.
and The Winter Wars. Roma.
That's on Netflix. Netflix original movie. Go on. Who's the director of the? Roma?
Alfonso Cuarón.
That's quite close. Alfonso Cuarón.
Alfonso.
Do you know what he directed?
Fresh Prince of
No, not Alfonso Ribeiro. It's he directed Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban.
How fun! Oh, my favourite.
That is the correct answer. Go on, hit me with your best award.
Hit me with your best sound editing. Best sound editing. The nominees are
George White for Pasty Sheep.
Roma.
Oh.
A Quiet Place. Is that the one that's on Netflix?
No, that's Bird Box.
No, there's A Quiet Place.
Oh, it's Quiet Place on Netflix.
Go on Netflix. I swear on my life.
I swear on my life, bro.
Because it's Hush, Bird Box, and A Quiet Place. Please hold while we try and find A Quiet Place on Netflix. Thank you for your time.
Quiet Place is a really good film. Go see it. Carry on reading the nominees while I find it.
Where was that?
You just read A Quiet Place.
Oh, First Man and Black Panther.
Uh-huh.
And the winner was Bohemian Rhapsody. They have escape room.
Is that... Really? It's a different one.
2017. Ooh, still looks cute though. Cute. Still looks cool though. Gonna watch it.
So there was another escape room film.
Yeah, so this might be one of the other ones.
Uh-huh.
They might make it like Friday the 13th with just new ghosts.
No, there's no Quiet Place.
No, you know what it's on?
What?
Sky Q.
Ah, okay.
So it's on Sky Q because someone watched it the other day.
You watched it?
I think someone watched it. I want to watch it.
It's a really good film. Scary. Okay, anyway. The one, the best, the sound things.
I told them Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh. Just dropping the MP3 files of Queen songs in a film. Well done.
Mm-hmm.
There's worse ways to make a living.
Yep. Next one.
Yes, go.
Best sound mixing.
Mix. I imagine it's going to be the same winner.
The thing easier. For me.
Nominees.
The nominees were A Star Is Born.
Why did they win best sound?
Roma.
Uh-huh.
First Man.
Yep.
And Black Panther.
Yep.
And the winner was Bohemian Rhapsody.
We will win all the awards.
We will.
Go on then. Next one. Original score.
Best original score.
Yeah, so music things and many...
I didn't know that was up for one. That's on Sky Q as well.
What, Isle of Dogs?
Yeah.
Have you seen that?
Nope.
Really?
I was going to watch it the other day.
Well, that's a bit of you because it's very much in the same style as Coraline. But it's about dogs.
Okay, anyway. The nominees were
Uh-huh.
Mary Poppins Returns.
Uh-huh, yep, Disney. Let's do what? Things.
Isle of Dogs.
Yay, dogs.
If Bill Street Could Talk.
Yep.
Black Klansman.
Love that movie.
And the winner was Black Panther.
Yeah, so that's what, free? Free for Black Panther?
Yeah. Oh my god, it's my favourite.
Okay. Go!
Best original song.
Oh, yeah, go on, what we got?
When a Cowboy Trades His Spurs for Wings.
Oh my god, I love that one. I'm going to get that on Apple Music right now.
The Ballad of...
The Ballad of Buster...
The Ballad of Buster
Scruggs.
Scruggs.
Ballad of Buster Scruggs. You're singing a bit like Sean Connery about Ballad of Buster Scruggs.
The Place Where Lost Things Go from Mary Poppins Returns.
Oh yeah, that was alright, wasn't it?
Yep. I'll Fight from RBG.
I don't know, go on. Oh, what the hell is that?
RBG. Okay, that's a film.
Okay, go back. I don't want to see it.
And All the Stars from Black Panther.
Oh, it's such a good song. Oh, the stars are close. Oh, the stars are close.
But what one?
Oh, well, it's obviously going to be...
Shallow. From A Side One. I don't even know how it goes.
I don't know, guys. Is that the one with Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga sing? It's like, tell me something, girl.
Oh,
I've
never seen the movie, mate.
Why did you have to go Scottish for that one? I don't get it.
Because I didn't see the movie.
Didn't see the film, so it's all about independence. That's a bit That was a bit too bad, wasn't it? Next one.
Best live action short film. These are like the ones that are like adverts, aren't they? I remember.
Well, these are the ones that like short
I
films.
remember one.
Right.
I remember one of them that was like about someone chasing a paper airplane.
Oh, the paper airplane, the Disney ones, and they
Yeah.
put them at the beginning of their movies now, didn't they? Because they get like up and coming animators to show off what they can do.
Mother.
Just killed a man. No, stop. Copyright.
What's that name?
Marguerite. I don't know.
Oh, pizza.
Margaritas. I don't know.
Marguerite. What's that? Food.
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 Detainment.
Skin. Oh, that's all. That's not one.
And
Sorry.
there is Skin.
Skin. Yeah. Don't really know them. Best not and
I haven't seen any of those short films.
best animated short film.
Ooh.
Weekends.
Yeah.
One Small Step.
Ooh.
Late Afternoon.
Ah.
Animal Behaviour.
Ooh.
And the winner was
Bayo.
Bale. Let me hear you say whale.
Bayo. Boom, boom, boom. He said Bayo.
Bale. Okay. Best documentary feature.
Is it about the one with the cows? Something called like 400 million cows.
Nope.
No?
I don't know what you're on about.
Oh, what was it? The BAFTAs? Oh no, it'd be Free Solo, wouldn't it? No. Sit forward, I can't hear you. I want to hear that. It's fine.
And the nominations were RBG, which we have no idea what that was.
Something rusky.
Of Fathers and Sons.
Ah, daddies and daddy's boy. What about the 1947 musical Daddy's Boy?
Anyway.
And a daddy's boy's daddy.
Minding the Gap.
Is that about the trains?
Probably, yeah, that's all good. Hale County this morning. Oh my god.
Ruby
Hale
Sid.
County this morning, this evening.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know what that is. And the winner was Free Solo.
That rock climber. Check it.
Best documentary
Short.
subject.
Go on then. Is this the cow one?
No.
Ah.
It's one about a sheep, but it's not about a cow. A Night of the Garden.
Yay.
Lifeboat.
Yay.
Endgame.
All Avengers?
No.
Ah.
Black Sheep.
Rrrr.
And the winner was Period. End of sentence.
Wow.
Period. Oh, I like this one. Can I go next? Can I go next one?
Yeah. Come on.
Best animated feature film.
Sit up.
I don't need to.
But we can't hear you. Look at your sound waves.
Ralph Breaks the Internet.
Oh, I was just going to shout.
What's that say?
Mirai.
Tis I, Mirai. Mirai.
Mariah Carey.
Isle of Dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Incredibles 2, which I did not see.
Great film.
And the winner was, definitely deserved, obviously, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Favourite film of last year, hands down. I took
You like, I see you like.
I took you to see Spider-Man.
I took you to see like, you look weak.
I didn't say it like that.
Yes, you did.
You enjoyed Spider-Verse, didn't you?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, next one.
I'm so glad Spider-Verse won, especially for Stan.
Best foreign language film. Would you like me to say what language they are?
Yeah, go on if you can read.
Shoplifters, Japan. Oh, I just. Never Look Away, Germany.
Oh!
Cold War, Poland, which actually happened with Russia and the UK. I don't know what the Cold War was. We had a question about it on our geography test, even though we don't take history, but...
I'm just going to pretend that you didn't say that was between Russia and the UK.
I swear it was. The Cold
It's
War.
America, wasn't it?
How?
Why did you punch the mic? You just uppercutted it.
I swear.
The Cold War was also an episode of Doctor Who in Series 7.
Oh, this is going to come with the film, isn't it?
Yeah, America and Yeah. America and the Soviet Union.
What?
Yeah.
Oh.
Thank you.
I'm rubbish.
The UK.
Yeah, but it's asked. It actually, the question asked us. I'm not even joking. If you're out of my school and you do the geography exam, like you'll know. It was like, how was the UK a international aid during the Cold War?
Yeah, so we helped.
See, we.
Sorry, I don't know.
Oh, there. Okay. Anyway, yeah. Hello. What is that?
Capernaum.
Capernaum in Lebanon.
Arabic. So it's from Lebanon, but it's in Arabic.
Yeah.
It's like Cold War's a Polish film, but told in Polish and French.
And then Rome.
Rome.
Oh, Roma won, by the way. It's obviously in Spanish, but it's best Mexican. But
Yay! Rome, a good film.
no, best original screenplay.
Go for it, Rubens Barrichello.
The anomalies were anomalies.
The anomalies were.
They're basically anomalies. 'Cause they didn't win, so they're basically like useless.
Oh,
I'm joking.
wow.
The
Savage
nominees
If you didn't
were
win an Oscar, you're pointless. Carry on.
Bias,
Yep.
Roma,
Mm-hmm.
First Reformed,
Okay.
The Favourite,
Yep.
and the winner was Green Book.
Yay! I like Green Books. I like Michelle Lorali. He's cool, man. Best adapted screenplay, I'm guessing.
That's a screenplay.
This is when you adapted from a book.
Well done! A Star is Born.
Because it was a film, wasn't
If Beale Street could talk.
it? What would it say?
Hi.
It would say, "Can you ever forgive me?"
Next was Can You Ever Forgive Me?
I saw that, but I don't really like what's her face. Melissa McCarthy.
Anyway, next.
Oh, I like Richard E. Grant.
The Ballad of Buster Scruggs.
You've said that 4 different ways for every time it's been on. The Ballad of Buster Scruggs.
The Ballad
The
of
Ballad of Buster Scruggs.
And the winner was Black
Klansman.
Klansman.
Yes. Get in there, lad. Well done. Oh, we in the big ones now.
Best Supporting Actor.
Oh my god. This is the end.
Sam Rockwell, Vice.
Who did he play in Vice?
George W. Bush.
George W. Bush, yes.
Richard E. Grant.
Oh, great guy.
Can You Ever Forgive Me?
Of course I can, Richard. I don't mind.
Sam Elliott, A Star Is Born.
Hey, Sam Elliott, he's great. Mum fancies
David.
him.
I didn't read his name.
David Driver.
His name's Adam.
Yeah.
Adam Driver. Sorry, I thought your name was David. Black Klansman.
He's Kylo Ren in Star Wars.
Oh, sorry. But the winner was
Mashallah Ali.
Mashallah Ali, Green Book.
Oh, he's great. He was the villain in season 1 of Luke Cage.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so that
Best
was
Supporting Actress. Rachel. I put it a wheeze.
Rachel Wise.
Rachel Wheeze.
Rachel. She's married to Daniel
The
Radcliffe.
favourite.
No, Daniel Craig.
Daniel Radcliffe. Oh my god. She was in The Favourite.
Music
by the
hits
way.
me so hard, makes me say, "Oh my god."
Emma Stone, The Favourite.
Yep.
Marina de Tavira.
Yep.
Roma.
There was only one dare. You didn't have to keep going. Dare.
Marina de Tavira. Amy Adams. Vice. Regina King, If Beale Street Could Talk, was the winner.
Hey, you're getting less enthusiastic.
Best Actor. Viggo Mortensen.
Yeah, well, he
There
was.
that right?
Yeah, he was.
Green Book.
Um,
Before you interrupt me.
Aragorn in Lord of the Rings.
I
Yep.
was going to say Aragorn. Willem Dafoe.
Willem Dafoe, yeah. The Green Goblin.
Ah.
Out am I.
At
Back to
Eternity's Gate.
formula.
Sorry.
Yep.
Who's-
Back to formula.
Next was Bradley Cooper, A Star Is Born. Christian Bale.
Christian Bale.
Christian
And
Bale.
Batman.
Vice.
And also the Vice President Dick Cheney.
And the winner was Remy Malek, Bohemian Rhapsody. Which is
Freddie! Yeah, because he's one of the best things about that film. His performance as Freddie Mercury is out of this bloody world.
best actress.
She just cuts me off by just saying the next award
Melissa
name and thinking I'm going to
McCarthy.
stop talking.
Can you ever forgive me?
Yes, I can, Rube. I
No.
know that you
Lady
touching
Gaga,
yourself.
A Star Is Born. Glenn Close, The Wife. Yalitza
Aparicio.
Roma. And the winner was Olivia Colman, The Favourite.
Well done, Liv. Good girl. She smashed it. Her speech made me cry.
Best Picture. The nominees were Bias,
Uh-huh.
A Star Is Born,
Yep.
Roma, The Favourite, Bohemian Rhapsody, Black Lantern, Black Panther,
Hey!
and the winner was Green Book.
Hey! People aren't happy with that, but I was happy with any one of them winning except by rap.
Best Director. What the hell?
Paweł Pawlowski. Pawlowski.
Adam McKay.
Yep.
Spike Lee.
Yes, Spike Lee, bro!
Yorgos Lanthimos.
Yorgos Lanthimos.
And the winner was Alfonso
Cuarón.
which for Roma.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's
That was the Oscar. Are you happy with those things?
I mean, I don't really care. I don't really watch Oscars.
Are you glad that Rami won for Best Actor?
Yeah, I love Rami.
Yeah.
Rami!
You know what he was in?
Um,
Night at the Museum.
Oh my god.
Fourth King of... I am Akman Ra, fourth King of the Fourth King.
Oh my god. Can I go on the...
Yeah, go on, click on his links and find out about him. As I move on to a territory far away and in long ago,
Yeah, I'm just going to go back here.
Westeros. As we all know, Game of Thrones, the final season. Rube, get your foot out of my face.
I'm not... My face is not in your face.
It's near the perimeter of the microphone, and I disagree with it intently.
Mate, no. I read that as that he was 12.
He's 37.
He's old.
Damn, nature, you scary.
37.
He's going to be the
Oh, he's won it a lot.
He is in talks to play the next Bond villain,
He is an actor.
which he's got a twin brother as well.
Huh?
Yeah, probably the same age.
No, really.
Yeah, anyway, so as we journey forward to Westeros, Game of Thrones Season 8, the final season, airs when you're listening to this, 7 weeks from today.
You don't tell me what he actually did.
So the final 6 episodes are on the horizon, so we are going to be
Why is he wearing
starting
his glasses?
today reviewing, or not reviewing, I don't know why Rami Malek's wearing wonky glasses.
Hmm.
That's wicked. I want that as the thumbnail for the video.
Oh, that's my lock screen. Why are you
So
wearing
starting-
wonky glasses? You'll
start-
see that they're wonky.
So, no, you obviously can't see. He's got glasses on.
They're sunglasses.
Their prescription. They're the ones that change shade. You know, ones that when you come indoors, then you like blacked out glasses, and then they gradually just go. Ooh.
Farah and Camilla. That's who he played.
Farah Akman Ra.
Twilight Breaking Dawn. Benjamin.
Yeah, we're still talking about Rami Malek. So, this is season 1 of Game of Thrones, and for the next 6 episodes after this, each season we're going to break down, and hopefully people are going to be here that have watched it. Because Ruby, you have not really seen Game of Thrones, have you? You've seen like various clips. So I am going to go through GOT season 1. So,
How is he in video games? That makes no sense.
because you've voice artist.
Until Dawn. Halo 2.
He was in Until Dawn. Yeah, it was motion capture as well. Yeah, he was creepy. Uh-huh. You're still reading. That's just rude. Anyway, so season 1 of Game of Thrones premiered in 2011 and adapted the...
We went to Cyprus that year. Sorry.
No, we did. I think I started getting into it from season 3 onwards, like properly, like watching it in tandem with the rest of the world, because I remember going H&V.
R.I.P.
Because they got out of administration, and buying the first 2 seasons on Blu-ray, because it would be like when the new season come out, they would release the old season on Blu-ray and DVD. And at college, people were like, "Oh my god, Game of Thrones," and I was like, "Never seen this strange show," and then I did. And
That was like 7 years ago.
yeah,
Because I was... we're 7 years ago.
we are. So, season 1, it covers mainly the first episode. I think it's just the first book, because I know there's some later on that do like bits and pieces of others and ties up all loose ends. I think this is all just the first book in the first season, 10 episodes, and it stars.
What's a British Academy? Is that a BAFTA?
Yeah.
British Academy Film Award.
Yeah, that's BAFTA.
The one that he was nominated for, he won.
Was it Best Actor?
Probably.
Cool. So this season, Game of Thrones season 1 stars Sean Bean, Mark Addy, Nikolai Coster-Waldau, Michelle Farley, Lena Headey, Emilia Clarke, Ian Glenn, Harry Lloyd, Kit Harington, Sophie Turner, Maisie Williams, Richard Madden, Alfie Allen, Isaac Hampstead-Wright, Jack Gleeson, Rory McCann, Peter Dinklage, and Aidan Gillen. Also guest starring Jason Momoa as the infamous Khal Drogo. Guest actors, there's a bloody lot of them. There's not really anyone of interest. James Cosmo maybe, because there's a Joe Mormont. There's, I believe, David Bradley makes an appearance as... David Bradley, I'm pretty sure, makes an appearance as what's his face? Walder Frey. There's David Bradley's Walder Frey. Charles Dance's first little guest spot as the father of the Lannisters, Tywin. Jerome Flynn as Bronn, favourite character, fantastic. Roger Allam as Ilario, and la di da da di da. So, Game of Thrones season 1 adapts A Game of Thrones, the first book of the A Song of Ice and Fire series. Okay, so episode 1, Winter is Coming. A lot happens. Game of Thrones is one of them shows that I found that by episode 3, I was in it. I was involved in it, because it's a bit slow at the start. Starts off with, because it's divided. There's 7 kingdoms in the land of Westeros, all different people having claims to the throne. The king of the 7 kingdoms at King's Landing, the middle, is Robert Baratheon. And you have a Hand of the King, which is basically like this is like your second in command, like deals duties when you're not there and organises stuff, and is mainly there in Robert's case so that he can go and just mess about and have a bit of fun. His Hand of the King, Jon Arryn, dies of seemingly normal circumstances, but it turns out it was all bad, because it was one of the knights that did that. I don't remember I literally just rewatched Game of Thrones season 1. Quite annoyed with myself. It starts off with the Starks getting word. The Starks are the family that hold so there's the north, the south, the east, the west. All those directions. And you learn about the ones in the north, the Starks hold down the Wardens of the North. Anyone that deals with the wall, the big wall that's really north, where you send all the bastard sons or people that have committed crimes and revoked their titles and are sentenced to work life on the wall. Are not allowed to father any children, bear any heirs. That's the same thing. Marry any women or hold any land or titles. A man deserts the wall, and then this is brought to the attention of the Starks, because he's seen. He deserted his post at the wall because he saw the infamous White Walkers, the ice zombies. So Ned Stark, Lord of the North, he has to sentence the soldier to death, because it's punishable by death when you desert the wall, because you take your oath for life. Ned is also a lifelong friend of Robert Baratheon, because he was going to marry Ned's sister, but she died in the rebellion that led to him getting the throne. Such forth, blah, blah, blah. And with his hand dead, he travels down and says, Ned, you're going to be my hand. And Ned's like, no, don't want to. And then he does anyway. And they decide to also join their houses by having his oldest daughter Sansa marry Robert's oldest son, brackets, Joffrey, who is a bastard bully hole. Meanwhile, on the other side of the sea, you've got Viserys Targaryen and Daenerys Targaryen, the family that was on the throne before Robert's. They killed them all, and then Jaime Lannister stabbed the king in the back, and Robert became king. And they banished the Targaryen children across the sea, and they're looking to reclaim their homeland by marrying off Daenerys to Khal Drogo, who big savage man on horse. It ends. The episode ends with youngest. No, not second youngest. No, third youngest. Youngest. No, not youngest. Because Rickon's the youngest. Rickon. Is it Rickon Arya Bran or is it Rickon Bran Arya? Anyway, one of them. Bran's climbing the tower because he climbs a lot. He sees Jaime Lannister and the Queen Cersei Lannister going at it, even though they're twin siblings. Ruby's face has just dropped. And the cliffhanger of the episode is that Jaime throws Bran, who is 10 years old, off of the tower. And that's how it ends. And then we pick up with... That leads to Bran. He is unconscious in a coma-like thing. But obviously, back in those days, no NHS, so you wouldn't have known. So Ned is then he's going to leave Winterfell to go to King's Landing to be the Hand of the King, taking Sansa and Arya with him, which would leave Robb in charge of Winterfell, the oldest son. I'm just watching you play Slitherio and it's really distracting me. Yeah, so and he's worried about leaving his son because obviously he's not awake. This leads to Jon Snow, the bastard son, the oldest child of Ned Stark and the bastard son, because he was not the child of Ned and Catelyn Stark, another woman, because he went off to battle and came back with a baby, and Catelyn's always not really liked Jon because of that. Jon then heads to the wall because that's where he wants to be with his uncle Benjen, who will come up a lot later on. Keep your eyes and ears peeled, ladies and gents. Tyrion, the brother of the Queen, not the one that she's having the other with, her dwarf brother, who is amazing. He an assassin has his blade and tries to kill Bran, because obviously he's witnessed the whole thing with Jaime and Cersei. If you don't in front of his face fast enough, then you'll get him. So close. So they're trying to kill him to keep the secret. They find out that it was Tyrion's blade, and then obviously go on to capture Tyrion, keep him prisoner, and try and charge him for his crimes that obviously he didn't commit. Bran wakes up, finds out he is paralysed for life. Poor boy, never be able to walk again. But Tyrion makes him a saddle so that he'll be able to ride horseback, but he'll just have to be strapped in. Because he, being a dwarf, he knows how hard it is to be different. Good old Tyrion, we love Tyrion. In the north, back on the wall, Jon has met Sam on the wall. Samwell Tarly, who he protects and befriends and looks after as they take their oaths to become men of the Night's Watch, taking their vows for life, meaning obviously they can't desert. But strange things happen when they get word of a ambush in the woods as rangers go out and explore, and one of them being Jon Snow's uncle, Benjen Stark. They get 2 bodies back that have apparently been dead for a long time, but don't smell, according to Sam. And then one night, they find out that they're very early stages of White Walkers, because they are resurrected corpses. One tries to kill the Lord Commander, Jorah Mormont's dad, Mormont, who's the Lord Commander of the Night's Watch. Jon saves him. Jon and his direwolf ghost. Basically just a big wolf. His one is albino because it's the runt of the litter. That one's yours, Snarl. They save the Lord Commander and then burn the body. Everything's safe, hunky-dory. And then Mr. Mormont gives Jon a Valyrian steel sword. Or his one, his family's one, with a wolf's handle. Long claw, which will be... Because he said, I wouldn't be here without you. Across the sea, back with the Targaryen children.
Oh, that's how you do it.
Yes, folks, she is still here. Back with the Targaryen children. Daenerys has been married off to Khal Drogo. She becomes pregnant with his son. Viserys, her older brother, is very spoiled, believes that he is the true king, he is the dragon, he will take them across the sea and reclaim his place on the Iron Throne because, the people are begging and waiting for his return and praying that he's alive and well. He's a bit of a dick, tries to steal loads of stuff, keeps hitting Daenerys. Khal Drogo in the end doesn't take too well to that and melts a load of gold and pours it on his head. But that leads Daenerys to believe that he is not the dragon because the dragon cannot be burnt, because that is her skill. She is unburnt because of the dragon blood being a Targaryen, whereas his head sort of just got a bit burned up by the old gold on his head and he's dead. In a fight, as they go along trying to... they pillage villages because they're savages, the Khal, and they're trying to... She wants to get across the sea and get back to Westeros, and they're planning to do all this pillaging to earn gold, to buy ships. Then to stop them because they normally savagely kill the people, or take the women as mistresses and stuff like that to save them and their dignity. She says about them not doing it, which leads to Khal Drogo having a fight with one of the other brothers of the Khal. Literally rips his tongue from his face. But also gets cut, which needs to be seen to because it doesn't get infected, which it later does get infected, and it leads to him being on the brink of death. She uses a witch doctor to try and resurrect him, meaning that to sacrifice a horse and that. But then she is accidentally brought in the tent because someone pushes her over onto her bump. And it's no entering the tent when we're using blood magic to try and resurrect your husband. That leads to her losing the baby and Khal Drogo becoming a vegetable, meaning she has to suffocate him, so she's ultimately alone and, as far as we know, can father no more children. Father no more children. Mother. She cannot bear any kid. She can't have kids. But she was given dragon eggs as a wedding present, and after a fire, I think, breaks out at the camp, then all of her clothes, as the fire has stopped and they discover her, she is unburnt, her clothes have burnt off, but the dragon eggs have hatched and she now possesses 3 dragons, and that's the cliffhanger that the season ends on. In the middle, back at King's Landing, we're nearly done, I think. King's Landing, so Ned's gone down to help him be handed to the king, finds out that the crown is in millions of gold's worth of debt, which is not very good, is it, Ruby? No. To the Lannisters, his in-laws, they're plotting to try and kill the Targaryens because they don't want them coming back, trying to have people have a claim to the throne and, try and upstage him and dethrone him, because that's a bad thing to do. Goes on a hunting trip after having arguments with Ned, because Ned finds out that the reason Jon Arryn was killed, he was poisoned by one of the knights, because he discovered that Robert Baratheon's children, Joffrey, Marcella, and Tommen, are not his children. They are his wife's children with her brother Jaime. They are inbred children because they do not bear any resemblance to him, and finds a true heir, which is his Robert's bastard son, Renly. No, Gendry. Renly's his brother. Oh, so many names. So when Ned finds out and plots with the Baratheon brothers, tells them of this because Robert is killed on a hunting trip because a pig kills him because he got drunk and he got stabbed. So, and then saying about the rightful heir because they believe, because Ned is named Protector of the Realm till his son comes of age, but he knows that his son is obviously not his son, so tries to find a way to sway it towards either Renly, which is the younger brother who's gay, because he's more of a king of the people because he's got compassion. He's not a bastard, like a horrible person, not a child of an unmarried couple. His older brother Stannis, who's a bit of a knob, kills a lot of people, bit of a battle general, or his bastard son Gendry. But they label Ned with treason because they think that he's lying because it's basically their word against his. Rip up all the testament from Robert Baratheon, throw Ned in prison for treason, and his daughter, who is pledged to marry Joffrey, she pleads for his life, saying that he wouldn't do that because they're trying to twist her because she's young, trying to twist her against her father. While Arya Stark, the one that don't take no crap, does sword fighting. She's off learning bits and pieces. She knows that her dad's fine. Overhears people that wanted to kill him. So they say if Ned admits to his crimes, they won't kill him. They'll send him to the wall because Joffrey has now taken the throne and he's a spoilt little inbred, horrible child that his mother Cersei is using as a puppet so she can rule the kingdom as she wishes. And he says about what he'll do with Ned, but then he goes back and he's like, psych, he says, cut his head off. And then they behead Ned in front of his kids. And it's all quite sad. Word gets back to Rob back up north, so he decides to declare war, marches down to meet and fight with the Lannisters. I'm not going over all the small plot points because I'll fill in the gaps. Marching down to fight the Lannisters, tricks them after there's a spy, sees how many men he's got, only says 2,000 to fight the Lannisters, sends the other 18,000 men to River Run to fight the Jaime Lannister.
The River Run.
They led the River Run to fight Jaime Lannister because he gives all his bandmen, the men lord him. Fights them, tricks them, wins the battle, captures Jaime Lannister, has him as prisoner. Tricks Tywin because Tywin thought he was coming straight for him. Obviously, he's now the Lord of Winterfell with his father gone.
Where's he gone?
His father got beheaded for treason. Even though it wasn't treason because he found out lies that the king wasn't actually the king because he's an inbred son of, the twins that keep having sexual intercourse. Tyrion was captured for being accused of trying to kill Bran, but it was obviously proved that it wasn't proved because he did trial by combat. He's not even a soldier, it's Bronn, who's just so funny. He fights because you have to have champions. They fight, he throws the Catelyn Stark sister's champion through the moon door, which is a big door in the sky, goes to his death and says one of the best lines, because they say, "You did not fight with honor." He goes, "No, but he did," as he looks down the moon door. It's like, yeah, Tyrion gets sent free, meets back up with them before the supposed battle with the Stark forces that turns out to be a bit of a ruse on Rob's part. And so basically the end of season 1 we have Rob is now the Lord of Winterfell in the north. The people of the north have named him their king. He is their king in the north and they will fight for him to get the throne. Cersei's controlling the kingdom through Joffrey. Jon Snow's on the wall, knowing that there's the dangers of the White Walkers out there and he has to be careful and he has to, prove to people that it's out there at some point because there is impending forces coming. He needs to find his uncle. Daenerys is childless, widowed, but is going to raise an army and gather a following and find boats to get across the sea home. Renly ran away with his gay lover and might be back. Stannis, the other brother, has not been seen yet, and Tywin Lannister is waiting for it all to kick off. Season 1 of Game of Thrones, great. Not my favourite season, but when it gets going, it's good. It does for Victor be the early season. There is a lot of the nudities in this season and next. I think from season 3 they just sort of stopped doing that, which is good. You're trying to bounce an iPad on your face. You weird child! Rule 1 with Game of Thrones, don't get attached to anyone, because don't get attached to Ned Stark, because I did. Then he gets beheaded in episode 9 out of 10. Never fall in love with a character.
Sorry.
They will just get killed off.
Never.
So, Rob, brilliant. John, amazing. Cersei, hate her. Joffrey, hate him. Robert was nice, dead. All the nice people normally die. It's a big old battle that's not going to culminate for another 7 seasons. But that was basically outline of the 10 episodes of Game of Thrones season 1. What do you think?
What?
What do you think?
Oh.
Did you listen to any of that?
No.
Oh. Do you know who any of those people are?
No.
Oh. Will you watch Game of Thrones?
Nope.
What, never?
Probably not.
So boring. So much fun. Hodor. We forgot to mention Hodor. Hodor is a giant man who can only see Hodor. And one of the first time you sees him, you sees his winkle, which was a big prosthetic, according to the actor. But yeah, people are still alive. Some people, not a lot of people have died yet, but more deaths are coming. Season 1 of Game of Thrones, 9 out of 10. Big things coming. Winter is coming.
Okay. Is that the end?
Yeah, that's 10 episodes worth of Game of Thrones. Trying to think of what else I should mention before I wrap it up and bugger off. Please don't do that. Suicide Squad, did you ever see that? They're rebooting it with James Gunn directing it, and old Will Smith has apparently exited the project. No. But who cares, because, screw DC. But the MCU continues next Friday. But it won't be in next week's episode. It'll be in episode 36. It doesn't come out next Friday. We record this on a Thursday, and you look like one of the Who's from Whoville in the Grinch when you did that face. That was quite disturbing. Ruby, where can they find us on the interwebs? That's Theresa May as a Momo.
That's the picture that came up on the video and I was trying to show you.
Oh, the Momo challenge.
Yeah.
Scary.
But okay. You can find us on Instagram at PaceySheep. On what you're listening to us on right now, click subscribe if you haven't already, because we do these every week, as you can tell. Like and comment. I don't know. Comment if you feel like the Oscars were deserved. And
comment if you like Game of Thrones.
Okay, do that. And then don't forget to email us if you have any questions or you want to talk. I don't know. And we'll see you next week.
Email questions to where, Ruby?
I don't know what this is.
NerdBibleContact@gmail.com for all your emails, questions, and radical nonsense.
And we'll see you later.
We'll see you same time next week.
Bye.
Okay, bye. Ruby might be here, but we don't know. Okay, bye.
I might be here because I wake up at bye.
You ever wake up again?
No, I'm joking. Just
that's what you said
re-quoting
last time. You was quoting yourself. Matt,
Okay, bye.
Matt might be here.
No, he won't.
No, he won't.
Mm.
Connor, maybe. I don't know. I'll definitely be here until the day I die.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.